Welcome to Healing Readings by Donna Marie. Today I'm going to be doing the energy reading for everybody, for the collective. This is what's going on with the energy. I sat and had a meditation. There were some messages that came through, and I haven't been online quite a bit, but now it was really pushing me to I needed to get this out. So I'm just going to read to you what came through on the meditation. So with this energy for June, July, going into August, things are starting to shift. Uh, Things are accelerating. If you feel like all of a sudden you're on this projectile into going forward into your ideas, going forward into all your ideas, starting to actually manifest, and they're starting to show, well, things that you thought you weren't going to do, now you are. This is the time to do it. There's going to be unexpected opportunities for people. Relationships are changing. So if you have been putting up with a relationship that really hasn't been fitting it well with you, now is the time where it will actually start changing. It'll start, either things will end or things will actually start changing into what fits better for you. You are no longer just putting up with just as things are. You're changing things. The status quo is changing. What used to be the norm and what used to be okay, I'll put up with it, is no longer. That feels like it's no longer fits. The old patterns are breaking apart. Things are about that feel outdated, that you feel like you just don't fit in that skin anymore. That's changing for you. There's also it just feels like it's impossible to stay where you are. It feels like I need to make this change. It's almost this urge that's kind of, there's a fire under your chair kind of thing. And things are arriving faster than expected. If you've always had this dream to start your own business, all of a sudden there might be an opportunity that there is a business that is, there's a small place for a lease and it's affordable. And you're thinking, wait a minute, I can do this now. Or all of a sudden the things that to get your inventory together, you have it all together now it's time to put it all into putting it and making it tangible. This is the energy that's here. This is the energy to encourage you to be doing this, and your soul feels like it's waking up. This is like the great awakening time. This is and this is part of the Uranus. Uranus is like the great awakener. This is this things are shaking up, and the way that the planets are set up. And I'm an amateur astrologer, but this is where they meet with the nodes, south and north node, and how it all aligns. And it's authenticity now. It's freedom aligns. It's choices. It's sudden realizations that, hey, wait a minute, these people aren't my kind of people. This isn't how I want to be presented in the world. Or, like it might be, well, I've always hung out with these certain people, but I never felt like I really fit, but I just went along with the group. Now it's where it's time for you to shine and for you to step away and be who you truly are meant to be. And you may find also relationships change. So you might actually lose friendships. People might all of a sudden just get up and leave your life. It's meant to be this, because they aren't part of your future. They are not part of where you're going. There are better things for you. And if you stayed with those people would either, you would make yourself small to stay there, or they would just hold you back. So allow things to happen. Unfortunately, it does happen, and it breaks the heart when you lose friends. But it's because there's people more in line with who you are that are coming into your life. And if you stayed, there wouldn't be room for you to grow another relationship. And that's also with love relationships. And it might be that, you've always wanted to do higher education. Now is the time. This is the time that it is going to open up for you, and you're going to get the green light to go ahead. So with that, now I'm going to do a reading with the cards, and this is for the collective. This is for everybody, of what is coming, what is meant to be, what is in the forecast for the next few months. So I'm going to switch the camera down, and we are going to go into the card. So I am now asking that spirit come in, and I'm just getting drawn to the tarot cards. So the tarot cards first are coming in. I was speaking with spirit. I was in meditation, and this is, if I want some timing, I will use this deck. So let's just see what what does spirit, what does our guides, our angels, what is in the energies of this world? And this is for everyone. What is coming? What is happening now? So first off, we start off with the Page of Cups. Now the Page of Cups, as you know, these are ideas, these are new opportunities, but they're young opportunities. And this opportunity, and the Emperor, of course, we all know that the Emperor is the one in charge. The Emperor is the one who has authority and structure. So if there is something that you want, if you, it might be new job opportunities. This is new offers coming in. This is communications. This is you chatting with people, and you might be talking with those in authority, saying, that I want to change things, or I would like a promotion, or I really think if I headed this department. Or it also can be that you have ideas for the company, or for, and if, you might step into being one in authority. You are now in authority of your life. Where do you want to take it? What do you want to do with it? Where are you headed? So this is telling you to step up into the authority. Take those, and it has been a battle. It felt like this is the old past that's been going on, is the 10 of Wands. You've been holding the burdens, you've been carrying things. Now it's time. You've been thinking through this, like, or it's also, it can be, was I in authority? Do I really want the responsibility? Or would I like to have another job, or step into another situation where I don't have as many burdens? It might be that you are thinking of retiring. It might be that I'm now going to release the burdens. I'm going to take the authority, and I'm going to, you've been talking within yourself, you've been thinking things through, and it's like, I'm releasing all of this. But with this has been growth. You have been building, you've been planting the seeds, and the wands can also be very fiery, and and it's almost like you no longer need to protect yourself, to be the one who's battling to the top. Now it might be, I am releasing that, and I am going to take and follow my dreams. I'm going to follow where Spirit wants to take me. And then you have the star. So this is you under the star. This is your lucky star. It's spiritual. It's inspiration. It's, and if you see, it's connected to the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is that, it is that manifesting. So now don't just think your manifestations, now start saying them out loud. Where is it where you want to be a leader? Where is it that you want to be top of the line? But it doesn't have to be the hard work. You can release that hard work. Somehow, some way down the road, we were told, hey, this was, get ahead, you have to do hard work. You don't. It can actually be fun. It could be, what sings to you? What is the passion that is coming up for you? Then you have the moon. So if you look at the moon and the stars, when they say, I love you to the moon and back, or you are my sun, and the sun, star, and moon, you are everything in my universe, kind of thing. The moon is showing you that there are things yet that are not shown, that are still being worked on behind the scenes. This is you starting to say things out loud. But these are psychic impressions, these are your emotions. And this could be a bit of fear, like, well, but if it's not hard work, how am I possibly going to make an income with it? Or how am I possibly going to have that family? It's supposed to be hard work. People keep telling me it's hard work. Don't listen to that, because there are going to be easier ways. Things are supposed to be, now is the time, with what the energy is going on, is that, and it's supposed to, as the way that, through the meditation that I had, was that it's not supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be easier. Things are supposed to be lighter. That's why AI, that's why we have technology. That's why we are always progressing. And then you have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups, people often say, this is that there's lost opportunities. This is not lost opportunities. If you look, there's a tree. So the person's sitting under the tree. So one, they're getting shade from the sun when the sun's too hot. They have three cups in front of them. They're looking at, and this is the old status quo. This is how things always were. We've always done it this way. Why would we possibly change? But these are new ideas coming in. These are new thoughts, new processes, new ways to do things. And this is what's happening, is that you've been thinking about it, you've been talking about it in your head, you've been wanting to be in authority, or you're taking it to authority, but you're looking at all the burdens that you carried, and it's like, I don't need to carry these burdens to have the life that I love. And you're awakening now. You're listening to spirit. This is spirit also. You are now connecting. You are now starting to be within the stars of putting out your affirmations, putting things, seeing things starting to change. And with the Four of Cups, this is showing you that things are changing, and you are going to see it. And so let's just get a bit of a clarifier. So this is 3. So this is actually the entrepreneur. This is the people coming to you for your skills. This is you learning and mastering. So now, with the ideas that you had, with the conversations that you've had within yourself, or you've been having with people, with those in authority, or wanting to be in authority, knowing that it doesn't have to be hard work and 30 years being put into something to achieve master or to achieve authority in it. And then with the star, this is you putting your ideas, getting things together. What is it that you're truly wanting to manifest? What is truly calling you? And this isn't just because somebody else has it, that's what I want. Don't do that, because you will not go anywhere. You will just end up being flat, and you have to find your own path. And this is what this is part of the moon, of things are hidden. You don't know what your full path is yet, but it is opening up. Opportunities are coming out of the blue. They're going to show you, and you're going to say, "Oh my gosh, I have this opportunity to do this. I'm going to do it." And this is you learning skills. This is you becoming the entrepreneur. You becoming in authority in what you are dreaming of doing. These are the things that are yet to come, and this is for everybody. This is and it can be anything from a business to family life to retirement to, and then we have the snake. This one came flying out. This is envy, jealousy, possessiveness, competitiveness. This is coming to an end. This is no longer acceptable. If you are feeling envy, jealousy, possessiveness, competitiveness, think about what that energy is. I had dreams of snakes for weeks. After Mother's Day, they stopped. And then I started getting happier dreams, lighter dreams. So this envy, this jealousy, this possessiveness, this is coming to an end. This is no longer being tolerated. It's like, no, if you are being that type of person, that is not, it's time for you to change that. If you have people around you that are like this, or if you're feeling that way, time to change that. You can change the people that are like that, or that are around you and making you feel small, that are making you feel as if you don't belong. You can walk away from those people, because something better is opening up for you. But if you are feeling this way, it's time to change. It's time to start going deep within yourself and ask yourself, why are you like this? What is it that that person has? And then it's like, if that is something that you would like to achieve, then what are the steps for you to do it? What is the education? What are the skills you need to get to be like that person? I have a lot of mentors that I absolutely love and cherish, and they have gifts that I can't even fathom of being, but they have made me want to be a better person, because of wanting to. They have that gift, and how can I hone in on my own gifts, and finding out that I had different gifts than other people, and to embrace it and to embrace others. And then there's a closeness and intimacy and belonging and mutual feelings. So when you get rid of this comes in. So, as we say, we just, and being honest, I have been a person who has been envious and jealous and possessive, and I felt always competitive. And then I let that go, because each person that I meet has great skills and abilities and things that I don't have, but they do, and I appreciate them. And that is why the closeness and intimacy and belonging and mutual feelings. Friendships have come in that I was not expecting, and where we support and love each other for each one of us being absolutely different, for the new ideas that we can bring together, And people are now changing, and this is the energy. It's changing. It's like, do you want to stay at the status quo? Because this is the time for it breaking up. And then the two, it's alone time, and stop overthinking it. So if you know you want to go do something different, don't overthink it. Just take some alone time, take self-care, enjoy your peace, recharge, because the ideas are coming, and it's going to be in the next 90 days or more. This is kind of just the opening door. Then things start even moving more so. So as things are coming in, just stop, just think it through, and there will be smooth sailing. And there are going to be changes. You are going to be saying goodbye to people. There are going to be new people coming in, though. So don't be afraid to let go of the toxic people in your life, or the toxic even environments. It could be you're working at a place, and every time you go there you feel sick. You might say, you know what, I can't be working here anymore. And one day you just wake up and say, I can't do this anymore. It's killing me. Might be chemicals that are around you, that are, that you're using every single day in your workplace. Or it could be, you don't have proper ventilation where you're at, and you're painting, and you're doing different art modalities, but there's fumes, etc. You might an opportunity might come in that you actually get a place that has better ventilation. So look for those opportunities that are coming, because they are coming in. So for the months of June, July, and half of August, these things are going to be opening up. I wish everybody a wonderful day, and I will pull one more card for the collective, and then I also wanted to pull a animal spirit card. So then we have the scales, and the scales are desire for balance, weighing options, considering pros and cons, a need for stability. And this is what's coming in for the energies of June, July, and half of August, is that the desire for balance, the weighing the options. It's I'm starting to make the change. You're starting to wake up. You're starting to see what is, what needs the change. What do you need to do? Are you still around people that are still doing things that they've always done, and you are not moving ahead in life, and you can't understand why? I had a wise person tell me, if look around the people that are around you, if that is what you are going to achieve, because you attract what you are. So make sure that you keep what you want, and if you want to achieve and go forward, then have those people in your life that are, that are achieving, they're going to higher education, or they're learning, or they're doing their passion of painting, or singing, or creating. Like, creation right now is the best thing that you can do for bringing your energy up, being happy, joyful. And then we have the camel for our animal spirit, and that is be forbearing and patient. So that is, things are changing. If you see the magical swirl, things are changing. The wind chimes here, and we know when the wind chimes tinkled, it's new energies coming in. So the new energy is coming in. Allow it to happen. New ideas, bring them on. New ideas. You are awakening. You are starting to get called into where you are meant to be. And and this is releasing relationships. It's releasing old habits. It's releasing, you're awakening to what is going to bring you joy. So for everybody, I want to say thank you for watching. I appreciate every single one of my subscribers. And if you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to like, subscribe. Please leave comment of where you would like to see changes, or also please leave a comment of what's been changing for you, what's happening for the better. I would love to hear. I do read all the comments, and I want to thank everyone for watching. Thank you again, and we'll see you soon.